Hello everybody, welcome along to PSGL Season 25, the F1 tier, and it is round 6 of the season here for the British Grand Prix. I am your commentator Owen White, and with me, the winner here last time in Season 23, Big Man Odems.
That's right, royalty, basically. The person who at this track last time out was the best driver out of everybody else, and I mean, my input is valuable, my insight is prophetical, and again, just like I said when I first started commentary putting around, you guys are blessed to have me.
Well, let's hope so. Luckily I'm not going to be going on about F3 too much because I've ruined that season now, so Odems can get to go on about all his stuff. Yep, so we've got that.
The Red Bulls are slipstreaming each other again. Liz are getting it off of Liam.
You'll have to see it. Nolan there sets his first time of the day. Not a great lap for F1 standards. We should be in the 25s for pole today. You can see there Blizzard's already got into the 25s. Let's see people entering the chat. Hello people. Welcome along. But yeah, you might be able to notice that Louis has got yet another different username. It's 3 different usernames in 3 weeks. He's decided to drop any resemblance of an esports team.
He's paying money for this, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. Money is being transferred in him doing this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's trying to confuse us, really, but yeah. Or maybe he's trying to change his luck, I don't know, because he's still absolutely nowhere. He had another disastrous race last time out, and I think he had a pretty good rage as well, if I recall. So, just not a good day for him last week in Austria at all. So he's looking for a better time today. Jarno.
He was one of the victims of the very errant Jake attacks.
Yes. Jake attacks is gone. Say goodbye. Well, it's too late to say goodbye. He's already left. I think he's taken a 2 or 3 race ban. So you'll see Lama Queen there in P8 has taken that seat. So good for him. Good to see. Sparks is now a full-time driver properly at the Mercedes.
But has already been beaten.
Yeah, I'm not surprised really. These guys have been sweating way too much. I mean, they've got way too much. We've all got way too much time on our hands, in all fairness, but they really are sweating a lot. So you would expect the times to change. Now look at this. We've got more slipstreaming going on. We're on board with Casper in his McLaren. Lee Finlay ahead there. He ended up second after last week's stewards inquiries because Jarno ended up falling down to 4th. He got 2 penalties. One for not entering the pits properly as Casper enters Stowe the wrong way, and he also got a penalty for the incident at the final corner, which we obviously saw. So Jarno went to 4th. Sparks kept his win, not by much because he also missed a pit entry, but yeah, Sparks was your winner by the end of last week, and it means that we've got a 24-point gap at the top again. Jarno is just seemingly unbeatable even when he gets beaten. We can't do anything.
Good to have Sparks. That was Sparks' first race back, wasn't it?
I think so. It was pretty strong. Yeah, so hopefully he can keep that going. Yeah, hopefully he keeps it going.
Crashes, guys. Yeah,
well,
so first round of laps done, and I think that's everyone. I think Barton Lewis is on a lap. Yes, he is on a lap. He's the only one on a lap, so you can stay on board with him.
Absolute pleasure to ride on board with
Never. I think he got the corner there.
Yeah, didn't go too well for Louis. By the way, you might notice I've changed the camera angles a bit. Obviously, this is something that only I'm going to notice, but I've changed the camera angles a little bit. So you better like them. You better like them. I sacrificed good league race results to give you all some great camera angles of the onboards.
That doesn't make any sense.
Shut up. Real to life, you know.
Doesn't make any sense. What do you use when you race? Do you use the off cam?
Of course I do. Love me this offset cam.
Okay, 1, you can just offset it yourself, so you don't have to sacrifice anything. And 2,
no.
what kind of plebeian uses off cam?
People think that it gains you time. I don't see where they come from. I've been using the offset cam for like 8 years, so I mean, I'm pretty used to it, and it's fine. I'm not using any time. People were very surprised to find that I actually use the offset cam. But yeah.
Well, you can just change it in the normal cam and offset it yourself. So
no fun in that. Let me have my real to life cams, please.
Well, Lewis is about to start his lap again.
Yeah, but Sparks is on a lap, so we'll focus on Sparks bottling his lap first. One bottle at a time. One bottle at a time.
Sparks. This is a wheel OP track, by the way. Just pointing that out for all our reason why all the paddies all the way down.
Dear Sparks. Sparks,
Don't worry about it.
He's not allowed to do that. Or that.
Nah, it was fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you better mess that lap up, yeah. Down in P8. Shouldn't have cheated. Unbelievable. Vastress right there, as you say. Louis as well is out there. Let's see, Louis. Will he manage to actually have a good race this time? He needs to have a good quali at least. Mind you, as we saw in Austria, qualifying means nothing when you get a 10-car pile-up on lap 2, but I don't think we're looking at 10-car pile-ups this time out. But we'll see. As Louis heads through, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel. All looking nice and controlled. Touch of grass on the exit. And yeah, he's not quite on the pace to go fastest, but he's about a 10th off it.
It is the third sector though, and that's usually the best for a pad user. Kind of wide, but that's allowed.
We'll see
shut up, it's fine.
How he gets on. As he heads through the final 2 corners. Easily lose the back end if he gets too much on that curve, but he's done it quite well. And yeah, P2, he gained a little bit more in the last sector, but just wasn't quite enough. Jarno has now started his lap, Faster Racer abandoning his lap. And yes, I see Thomas is in the chat. He's also supporting Rafa. He's a smart person. Well, is he a smart person? That's 2 people now. 2 entire people.
He's running on board with Blizzard, and he takes the S's so much better. And here he is about to get some substitution from his teammate. They have done this without fail every single round this season. I'm pretty impressed.
It is very good. No other team seems to be able to make it work, except maybe McLaren. But then,
ooh, wide there, Blizzard. Blizzard, wide. Blizzard, what are you doing? Stop.
Like I say, we saw McLaren trying to do the slipstreaming technique, but it didn't work earlier. Red Bull, they seem to get it right every time, but then Blizzard goes and messes up still a little bit. Too wide for his own good there. And Jarno is in Narnia, so that's not going to be a finished lap. Good news for the rest then. And now I assume it'll be Liam's turn as Rafa. What is this? Where's this all come from then? Actually, I might screenshot this. Rafa going fastest. Am I actually seeing things?
Pad remontada is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, Liam up there, a 10th up in the first sector. Still yet to get that slipstream with his teammates. This could be a decent enough lap for him. We'll see how he gets on. Yellow flags, but nothing
Raphael
too
Schultz, it has to be said. I'm saying what a great lap that was by Raphael Schultz. I'm impressed.
It must mean there's some sandbagging going on for the rest, though, you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't mean anything.
Right, here comes Liam then. He's a bit closer to Blizzard, and Blizzard wants to hit, I think, on the last attempt. Not by much, but...
Why would you sandbag? That makes no sense whatsoever. Nah, don't gloss over that. That was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just saying, Rafa's there, but not for long. Unless he really has actually pulled this under the bag, in which case I will publicly apologise to him. But, as Liam comes around the last 2 corners, let's see how he gets on. 5 1/1000ths off, so it was a decent lap.
It's so close.
But it is, yeah, as you say, very close. Just a 900th of a second.
There is a track where it's all qualifying, especially in PSGL, my recollection. I remember before, in season, we'll say 22, maybe? I remember CC Brain set like a 25.80, which at the time was a solid lap, like a pretty good lap, and he started in like 12th or something.
Right.
3/10 was pole position, that was the gap.
That is pretty damn close then, so hopefully we'll get that close again today. Midnight though wasn't particularly close, 1.2 seconds off on that lap.
Shocking.
You know, I could beat that lap.
Quick gulags with him.
Unbelievable. Vaster Racer as well is now on a lap. Again on his own. He seems a bit offset to the rest of the grid. His teammate, of course, is out as well, so he couldn't even think about doing any tow. So he's just on his own, currently in P8 and 3/1000 of a second up in the first sector. It would get on to P7. Baby steps.
Track to yourself.
It is nice.
It just feels nice.
He might even snag a little bit of slipstream off Midnight on his in lap, though that might be a little bit lucky if he can manage it.
If my memory serves me well, I remember Midnight and Vast Racer were battling almost the entire race in Austria last week. Ooh, a bit on the grass there.
Yeah, a little bit of grass is okay as long as you keep it in control. He might get maybe a distant tow, but it wouldn't be much of an advantage, so I don't think Midnight really would have affected anything there. Vaster Racer, come on, lad. Yeah, straight in the pit lane, you know that's not going to count. He knew that wasn't going to...
I kind of wish that they would allow you to just... Oh, Sparks, what are you up to? I saw that, Sparks, brother. I kind of wish that they would allow you to just, like, go out to the green a bit. Like,
yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, it's not really anyone's fault that the game's the way it is. I would say use it, but I mean, Connor doesn't agree. Did Sparks use too much of it on that lap?
Yeah, he kind of did.
Right, I didn't see it. Oh dear.
Let me save clip.
But no, personally, I think, honestly, I can understand why they do it, because when the game lets them do it, so why don't we just let them do it? They can't control that.
It's just when you start doing it ridiculously is when there's a limit. Like, I think the green is fine.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually. But I'm not 100% sure what Connor's guidelines are.
Connor's a tyrant, so his guidelines will just be who he likes the most. Watch little box go into literal Narnia, and he'll be fine.
He'll still be last, like.
He'll still be last, yeah, comfortably.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
Well, we're about to see his teammates. I mean, they're both Ferraris, only just under 4/10 off pole, and they're still just on the fringes of that falling out of the top 10. That is just how close it is around here. I mean, it's closer than Canada, and it's about a 15-second longer lap. It's really weird, this. I guess it sort of shows, and you'll see it in the race as well, just how you'll see trains. This will be a race of trains. Now that
drifted through turn 2 there. Yeah. That's an abandoned lap if I've ever seen one.
Now that is trouble. I hope he's got enough fuel to get around again, because there's only 2 minutes 20 to go in qualifying. So he's
worrying about it.
He's got to make sure he can get there. Anyway, Blizzard starting his lap all the way down in a lowly P6. Let's see if he can get his way up. You can see his teammates has emerged from the pits, so there will be some more slipstreaming.
I want to watch people to see if they cut stow. That's my new mission.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting Blizzard to go full send. You'll see he's half a tenth down. You'll think, I might get away with a little bit.
Yeah, he has to know that he's like the first out though. I'm sure he's aware of that. But he's like...
He can probably tell with all the traffic.
Sort of, yeah, and the fact that he's doing this so his teammate can get slipstream. So I think take it cautiously.
Well, this is a pretty well working plan, because now, next car up ahead is his teammate, so they can work this pretty well down the back straight, and then, as you say, it can then give the slipstream to Liam afterwards. Liam, who's actually ahead at the moment of Blizzard on the standings, but it was a good first sector, it has to be said. He was nearly a 10th up on his last try. A little bit slow there, and a bit slidey. Ooh. Not maybe the best run there through Beckett and Chapel, but still has good speed. Just needs to find about 9/100ths of a second in this final sector. I said he might be tempted. Let's see if he is tempted as he heads through Stowe. That'll do. Fine. That's fine. Yeah,
that'll do.
You very nice.
We were watching.
Yep. He's got a brain as he comes. Was that legal?
Taking that pretty well.
Did he keep it? He did keep it.
Yes, he did.
He nailed that line, didn't he?
I sounded way too happy there. I sounded way too happy there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might be celebrating too early, because Yarno's over 0.3 of a second up in the middle sector. And let's see what liberties he decides to take. Again, that's fine. We'll say that's good. These guys are actually listening to the rules, apart from Sparks. But anyway, Jarno, we're on the final corner. Let's see if he can put himself up on the top. He's going to derail a little bit, but he'll still go P1 by over a tenth of a second. Pretty impressive. Who else is out there? Is Louis out there?
By the way.
Louis has just started out there. Fast Race is coming towards the end of his lap, up in the middle section. He's actually going to finish this lap this time, and didn't mess up Stowe, so this one will count nice and slidey actually there at the final corner, and derating a lot.
Everyone I'm watching is doing an amazing lap.
Everyone is doing good laps. It's just about finding which one's closest to finishing their lap. It's quite difficult. Well,
Forbes into Stowe. He misses the apex entirely and goes wide.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Sparks, by the way, is done. He's in only P3. What about Forbes? P10. Onyx up by a tenth of a second. Believe it or not, that probably won't even get him up outside the top. Oh my goodness. Just pits, man. You've absolutely butchered that.
Here comes Liam.
Liam, P4. Blizzard retires.
So, that was not good.
He's not up by very much right now, is Rafa. He's gone a bit wide as well at club. Not the best run, but will he improve? He does, up to P5. But what about Louis then? Is he about to give us a showstopper performance in these final two corners? Taking all the curve on the exit and rushing up to the line to go P2. So Jarno then, unless Lakitu can do anything, you never know. Yeah, Jarno's on pole, I think. I think no one else is on the lap, so it is Jarno.
That was probably easily my favourite qualifying session of the season. I know you're going to say Austria, but I really enjoyed that. That was proper.
Well, it's the best qualifying that you were present for, we'll say that much. I'd still say Austria was better, but you weren't there for that one, so I'll happily say that I'd agree with you not being here for Austria, hence saying this isn't the best. But I'm still saying Austria's better, so this is second. I rambled quite a bit.
This is what you want, not that sort of preamble and then go on the mediums at the end. One-shot qualifying nonsense. Everyone was just full on pedal to the metal.
There was action.
Against pole position.
There was action for the first 15 minutes of qualifying for once.
Compelling. Casper snuck into fourth.
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, good spot. Casper there in P4. A bit of hope.
They call me Spotty Odiemi. I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah. Oh, Toxic Tomatoes left. He needs to get back quickly. But here's the grid. Jarno on pole from Louis, Blizzard and Casper. Probably the best top four you could ask for, really. You could argue they're the top four fastest just in this tier anyway. So good to see them up there. I think that's the first time they've all been as high as that. Sparks in 5th, Rappa 6th, Liam 7th, Flickle 8th, Onyx 9th and Lee Finlay 10th, all on sauce of course. Now we've got a migrating host as well. I have a feeling this could be a new lobby in a moment. Nolan 11th, Fast Racer 12th, Forbes, Lion, Lamaquina, Lakitu, Jonathan, Midnight, Toxic and Gil. Yeah, Blizzard's left as well. That's 2 people have left now. And Lickle, I think we're getting a new lobby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Interestingly, Toxic Tomato and Gil got no laps, and yeah, we're going to get a new lobby, so we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Sparks and Rafa are both of my drivers firmly on fraud watch. I saw their laps and they completely shafted Stowe, so we'll see if they have a qualifying by for the next race. Pole position last season would have been outside the top 10, that's for sure.
Right then, so we're going to get a new lobby, but also Lickle is saying to restart everyone's PlayStations. I'm going to say not, if I'm honest.
I don't think you should do that.
I don't think I should do that, just because I'm streaming it, and I've had no issues. And so I shouldn't have to turn the stream off. We've got viewers here that we've got to somehow try and entertain now. Right. I'll just show you my stats then. I've been trying to get up to level Platinum 50, and I'm sort of getting there. Gold 32 right now. Lovely stuff. You have to win loads of races though. It's ridiculous, man. Never play ranked. You have to play it for ages. It's ridiculous.
Why is that what told you not to play ranked?
123 wins and I'm nowhere near Platinum 50 yet. Do you know how much how much time I've wasted on that? But I mean, we're all wasting time, so it's fine. Probably should have
DMing me.
Let's see the multiplayer car livery. You'll like this. You better all like this. I don't. No one's gonna tell me this is ugly. This is an absolutely masterful design. Ignore the lag on the moving a bike.
Oh, and your brother's DMing me.
Yeah, good for him. I'm trying to show off a livery here. Look at these colours. Absolutely sexy. You should be looking at this too, Yodems. Absolutely lovely, 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 lovely. I'm not flexing the master rank. That's easy to get. Master 50 is the difficult one, you know? So, I'm not flexing that. Listen, I've got to talk complete crap. You know, I've got to talk nonsense. I've got nothing to talk about right now, so... Yeah, inspect the livery. You'll see that in the One Hub charity race when that happens. So you got a wee sneak preview. You know what? I like to go on about helmets a lot. That could sound wrong. I like to talk about helmets, so you can have a wee look at my helmet. Don't even look at my guy. I'm flexing my esports stuff now. What do you think about the helmet? It's very adaptable. If I'm in a Renault,
I haven't been listening.
magic. I'm just rambling. It's fine. Let's see. If I'm in a Mercedes as well, I can just switch the colour. Oh man, it's just so nice. It's such a lovely helmet design, honestly. It costs money though, so if you've got no money, don't buy it. There's 51 people. I'm trying to entertain all of them. I've run out of stuff now. I don't think I'm going to start rummaging through my badges. I'm not low enough to do that.
Owen, I have an idea.
Yes?
Go into time trial.
Oh god. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't like where this is going.
Just go into time trial.
Nah, there's no point me going to time
Owen,
trial.
please, just do it, please.
Right,
please.
what's track you want me to do?
Don't do it. Just go into the leaderboards.
Oh, but that's embarrassing. My
Just Owen, just do it. Just do it.
Right, come on, which track do you want to see?
Austria.
Oh god. I haven't been on Austria in ages. But I know you're top, aren't you?
Show the leader. Just show the leaderboard.
Oh dear, look at that. You're only 4th. What a disgrace.
Look at how long I did my lap, fella.
You're about 6 seconds off the best time in the world.
Look at how long I did my lap, and I'm in 4th. I am majestic.
That is actually majestic. Well, unfortunately, we've got to go back to the lobby now. Terrible news, I know.
Both.
Well, you could say that, yeah, but you didn't do lap in 57 seconds, did you? So, you're not really a goat, are you? Right, I guess I should probably ask people in the chat if you want to ask me loads of questions. Ask me those questions. Give us a Q&A. Give us something interesting to talk about. It also gives Odems a chance to roast everybody, so I'm sure you'll appreciate that. Speaking of roasting people,
Nicest person I know, I would never roast somebody. I love that.
Thomas, I've never once heard you talk about Big Shaq. Come on, you're gonna be a bit more original than this.
Okay, watch. Freaking Nickelbox is gonna send me an invite last minute, then he's gonna be in the chat like, "Where are you, Odems? I have a cake head."
Yeah.
I just know he's gonna do that.
How much of a jet engine?
Are you?
Oh yeah, my PlayStation is quite a jet engine. I need to explain this. My room is unbelievably dusty 100% of the time. And so even a relatively new PS4 Pro just gets dusty. It's unreal. And it's very annoying. Of course Oshin has to ask the inappropriate questions. Unbelievable. Disgraceful. You're an
How long have you
embarrassment.
been in the lobby?
Have you not got an invite? Maybe they don't rate you too highly then.
Look at his stupid face. Did you hear me?
Huh?
In his face. So I'm gonna commit a crime on Nickle's face.
I don't advise that. But I mean, I know you've done it before though, so.
I'm gonna ready you up instead. the itch to race has got back in me again. I want to show these fellas how it's done, you know?
I tell you what, this has been a quicker reset of a lobby than I've seen anywhere else. If we even do this better. Look how quick that was.
So many lobbies get reset within like 5 years of League racing. I just feel like we're all good at it now.
Well, I mean, PSGL F2 Season 23 pretty much had 2 or 3 resets a week, so I think if you're
it's
gonna...
just a protocol at this point. We've evolved. It's part of our DNA.
We're out there setting world records every week for it. See, I'm not the only one with a PS4 that's dodgy. Jamie's as well is dodgy, so yeah. Just live in a big mansion. Well, of course it'll be a big mansion. Live in a mansion. Why isn't Lee Finlay taking his car? I know it doesn't mean anything because it'll give him a McLaren anyway, but why is he not in it? Life is terrible, Thomas. I'm still extremely lonely. I've had to live here in quarantine. It's the most exciting thing that's happened to me is a spider. And I haven't got a girlfriend yet. Just disastrous all round.
Bad.
At least I'm not living in America, though. It must be absolutely terrifying living in America.
Oh, someone asked me if I miss Amir, and yes, I do miss Amir. I miss him with all my heart, all my soul. I miss him so much. I miss his Algerian voice that also speaks German somehow.
Multi-talented.
Very multi-talented, yes. Long shot but Marquez for the win. Yes, I agree. I'm the favourite.
I mean, you probably could hop in a car and win. I wouldn't put it past you. Of course, you've got a gimped pad, but that's not the point.
Yeah, if I had a normal pad. Oh boy.
Ollie does have a good point, actually. Ollie there saying that since we're gamers, we have prepared our whole life to be alone in isolation. You see, we are actually, in fairness, the best prepared for this. By a long way.
Thoughts on Kyle Larson? I'll let you answer that one, Owen.
I think you used to be the one that answers that one, really, no? I think it'll be more suited to you. You can say more than I can.
I think that it's weird. We're gonna get a bit serious, but I think that it's weird that to have a taboo word. You know what I mean? It's so weird that you have this one word that you cannot say, and if you do, your career is over. So that being said, he's an idiot, and I found it funny.
So you don't actually think it's that offensive then? It's just funny. It's not really.
No, I laughed.
So okay, do you reckon maybe? I do reckon it is a bit of an overreaction, but at the same time, he really should know better. So, yeah, we're going again. We should have had a stopwatch on that one. I might get that afterwards, but we're getting straight back into the action pretty darn quickly. Good stuff, lads and lady. Well, there's no ladies, but you got to include them. You never know what these guys identify as in these days.
Shut the hell up, Owen.
I'm just saying. Got to be inclusive and stuff. Do you know, I didn't ask. I didn't actually.
I have to look at his apology.
It was okay. I've seen worse apologies.
Did he do the sigh?
Oh, I didn't check for the sigh. Oh, that's a good.
Let me check now.
I know it should be the first thing you check for, but.
I just want to say I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. Last night I made a
there's no sigh.
Said the word that should never, ever be said.
All right, back to the stream.
Apparently, he says he uses that word not in public only, which means he probably uses it in other places. I think someone along those lines. So it's not like it's the first time he said it. So I don't know why he's acting like that. But anyway, different subject. Race time. It's a nice dry race. Again, very realistic to the British weather. Although saying that, it was meant to be getting thunderstorms today apparently, and it's been a lovely, lovely day. Like, the rain has disappeared. It feels like we're living in Africa now. It doesn't rain. We're in a desert.
It rains in Africa, by the way.
Desert. Come on, get the idea.
Clown. Kyle Larson regen. I'll cancel right now, Owen.
Huh?
Shut up. I'll cancel you on this stream right now.
Lovely. I do not live in Belfast. I live just outside Belfast. I live in Hollywood. That's fun.
You've met Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Sadly, we don't have a big sign because it would just be super depressing.
So is that where Hollywood is? What Hollywood is based off of? Hollywood in Northern Ireland, because
I don't
that's
know
kind of
which
fun.
one came first. I honestly don't know.
Because New York is based off of York in England,
Yeah.
which is based off of Ajax in the Netherlands, or Amsterdam rather.
Close. Right then, let's just recap the grids and make sure we're all starting on the right tyres. We are. Good job, people. You managed to get that bit right. So the grid then, Jarno on pole from Louis second, Blizzard third, Casper fourth. Like I said, I think it's the first time we've seen these four up here in the front four positions all season, so good stuff. Sparks in fifth place, Rafa sixth, Liam seventh, Flickle eighth, Onyx ninth, and Lee 10th. As you can see, they're all on the soft, so they haven't messed anything up there. Outside, on the mediums, we got Nolan and Vaster Racer. Again, on the softs, we got Forbes, and then Lion, McQueen, Lakitu on mediums. Then Jonathan Midnight, the last two on softs, with Toxic Tomato and Gil. The two not to set a lap in qualifying are the last two on the grid, and they are on mediums. And, yeah, like I say, this is probably going to be a race of trains, because ERS is extremely difficult to save, especially for the race leader. And you're going to be running round in zero. You're going to be running round in zero quite a lot, and it means it'll be pretty easy to stay in a slipstream. And it also means since you're in that slipstream, you can save more and attack more. And so trains are quite common around here. Again, I'll bring up the F3 race, but it was a train the entire race, so that's how it works, really, I guess, around here.
It's really hard to start, say, second position, consider, and get out of DRS within 2 laps. And very rarely do drivers ever do that. I can only think of one who's done it in the past year of PSGL, really. Can't quite remember his name though. Very good driver. He's gone now though, so yeah, it'll be hard for the drivers to pull out of DRS.
Well, luckily there's maybe for Yarner's case, there's only 2 DRS zones on this game compared to the 3. Although, mind you, that last one was a death trap.
The driver was me, by the way.
Really, I didn't know. Anyway, we're all coming up to the grid now, and it's a relatively short run to turn 1. A small chance to overtake it. Now, hold on, who's that? That's Casper. Casper is parked halfway around the final corner, so he's not starting 4th anymore, he's starting last. And that will mean that there's a free grid spot, and that is also
there for me.
Gonna mess it up. I've got a messed up lobby, that's good news. 5 lights are on though, we'll deal with what we've got. And we are away in Silverstone. Hopefully this will all sort itself out. Lewis had a good start. He will get into the lead there pretty easily, you'd imagine, and he has done so. Louis leads this race, but will Yarno get on the inside and try and take that one back? Bit more position changing behind. I guess I'm not going to be able to see what Casper gets to do today, because I'm assuming I've messed it up for me. And there's contact with Blizzard there, with Yarno too. But mostly, looks like people have got through cleanly. Maybe Jonathan, the only one in trouble. As I say that, 2 Hasses come together, just like a real life race. One of them's going to be spinning off into the barriers, and I believe that's Fast Racer. And yes, you did see Yarno taking the lead. I was watching that, and he's, yeah, back at the front. Pretty normal to sort of see that's happening on that one. It's more sort of from the rest of the race onwards where we'll see this train begin to form. So if you're going to get your moves done, get them done early. Side by side through cops for a few of these guys. A bit of contact as well with Forbes and McQueen. And oh, car off. Toxic Tomato spinning, and he will come back on in P18. Bit of a messy start that, actually.
Yeah, Blizzard almost had a chance to get past now there, but he kind of lost the back end on it's called Korabi. And Yarno got it back, and then Yarno then overtook Lewis, who didn't put get lane. I think Lewis is just happy, which you'd expect, to just sit back behind him and conserve that chicane. He's like, there's so much.
So yeah, as I expected, I have got the glitch. Both Jonathan and Casper are now sitting at the front on my screen, but then obviously when they cross the line they'll fall back. So are they in their normal positions then on your screen?
Casper is 4th and Jonathan is... Oh, he's 11.
Right, so I guess I'm gonna have to get you to keep me up to date with those two. That's a bit annoying, that. Really weird.
Goodness, Casper has gotten out of his car and started flashing sparks. Goodness, oh, you need to see this.
Useful.
It's not so remarkable. Anyway, Jarno leads, but Lewis is still right in tail. Blizzard just about holding on to his gap, and yeah, no moves so far, but it's just a change once the DRS gets itself open.
Already pretty good ERS saving from Louis. He's already got nearly 30% more than Jarno, so it's good stuff from him already. 30% is quite substantial around this track because, I mean, just for context, I tried this the other day. 0 ERS on a whole lap will only save you about 41%. So, yeah, 30's pretty big, really, if you can keep that type of advantage as we enter lap 3 and we get DRS enabled. And yeah, we'll see what Louis decides to do.
I think he's hoping Blizzard also gets a chance on Jarno. He wants to pull away from the DRS, but that would require a lot of luck, that's for sure.
Blizzard there had a wee go, didn't he?
Yeah, very close to it.
Maybe a bit late on the brakes, maybe by accident, but I don't think he was actually trying to go for a move. But I guess I can maybe prove that later on he would be able to get it slowed down if he thought about going for a move. It is very tactical though, and he's gone very wide at cops.
Lost time though, Blizzard was what he was before Michael Beckett was out pretty much on the DRS. So he did very well to save it. Show behind Jarno, basically. Put it into the gun halfway or halfway.
Odins, can you turn your mic up?
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. I keep being told I need to leave and rejoin, but I've got no invites, so I can't leave, or else I won't be able to get back in. So you're stuck with that because it's not my fault. I didn't get any invites.
That's Lickle's fault, by the way.
It is Lickle's fault, so blame Lickle for this. You're stuck with the desync.
Do you blame it? Yes.
Anyway, Lamaquina gets a second time penalty, and Louis looks like he's just going for better exits down Jarno, maybe to help pull away a bit from Blizzard as well. So yeah, Connor, if you're asking for anyone to blame, you're blaming Lickle for this, not me. Okay? Just clearing that all up. I know you've got a massive bias towards him, but you're going to let that go.
I don't think anyone has changed positions. Well, actually, no. Forbes has gotten past. Well, actually, no. They're very decent with each other. Yeah, they're just decent with each other. This is very hard to watch. They're inside each other. That's nice. Basically, Forbes and Sparks are occupying the same track. All you need to know. And outside of his driving and flashing Sparks behind. This time, he has another female companion with him. Very odd. I really wish you could see this.
They're saying I could rejoin through party, but then again,
check
that is
first if it says join session.
yeah. Like we're gonna have to blue screen it for a second. It's probably better if you actually leave first and see if it works, because if I leave and I can't get back in, then we're absolutely screwed.
So you saying you're more important than me?
Well, I'm the one who's got to try and stream it, yeah, so I've got to... If it doesn't work, I need to be able to keep the stream going, or else we're in trouble.
Alright. I've bounced.
And no, I can't reuse the old invite, so I've got literally no invites. So I don't know why it didn't give me more invites. You would have thought they would have given me a backup, but they seem to sort of have no idea how that sort of would happen, but I guess. Yeah. Maybe that's how we set a new record for resetting a lobby. They didn't send too many invites.
I can... Ooh. I tried to join session and it said this invite can no longer be used.
Okay, well, that is a problem then.
That is the problem, yes.
Because now
Is
you...
a problem, yes. Is a problem, yes.
Yeah, now you can't get back in.
Problem. That's fine. I'll just chill here. Walk on the street.
Fair enough. Well, sorry about that then. Nothing I can do about that. Blame the game and blame Lecco. Don't blame me. At all.
One day.
Point is, we can still see the leading fight, and that's the important bit. Casper, as far as I'm aware, isn't a part of that, so... Yeah.
Okay. Let me go through my friends list and see if I can rejoin that way or something.
But I can't even invite you to the lobby from here. I'm completely out of options. That is actually really annoying, that. So, yeah. I guess Casper's gonna have to tell us how he gets on later on. For all we know, he could be the one, Are you sure that'll work? Well, I mean, I'll try it. We'll give it a go, but if this kills the stream, it's on you. Right, let's see. Play together. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's not working. I'm gonna miss the racing.
Okay, I'm joining back. I'm joining back.
Right, how did you do that then?
I went on to CRG Midnight's profile rather, and yeah, just joined that way. Well, hold on, I'm not in the lobby yet, but it let me into the game. Of course, the last time.
Right, well, can you invite me while you're in the lobby?
Yes.
Then I'll leave and rejoin.
Yeah. No.
Before you go spectator, obviously. Then we can get this back underway properly. Because I see a slow car in the background, but yeah, it's Jonathan's car that's apparently in the pits, which it isn't, obviously. So you can really tell it's messing up now. Right,
Am I in?
yeah, you are in. You're in. Right, so Odems is gonna send me an invite, then we'll have to mess about a lap.
Oh, I accidentally spectated already. Oops.
You had one job. Right.
I was joking, by the way. You got your invite.
Yeah, I know. I know. Right, now watch this not work. This is
Probably should have sent you another one, but you know, it's fine, don't worry.
Yeah. Right, join lobby. Da, 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 da. As you might have noticed, we've basically not been able to commentate the first 7 laps because we're too busy figuring out what's wrong with it. But now I'm back in. Hopefully this should be working. And I, think I didn't even think to send you a backup either, so... Oops.
Wow, you...
I'm so sorry.
Okay, now Casper's is glitched for me.
Ah, well,
like he was for you.
You're not important there.
Right.
Well, no, I've got him working on my stream, and that's what everyone can see, I guess. So now I'll have to keep you updated. Oh wait, hold on. Why is Toxic Tomato now leading the race? Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Sorry. We have tried. It's not working. We've now got glitched cars for more of us. And no gaps, I've noticed.
All I know is that Lewis, Lizard, and Yarno are still exactly the same. Sparks has gone out of DRS. I think all of Casper's suggestive dancing outside of the cockpit has spooked him outside of the DRS.
Well, I think everyone... Oh, Louis pitting.
Into the pits.
Undercut. I think it was the first 7 who were in a DRS train, but Louis on lap 8 has pitted, as has Onyx and Rafa and Lickle and Liam. So 5, 6 people now, 4 in the pits as well. And at least 5 out there on the softs. Crucially, 2 of those cars are McLarens, and he might end up having to stack there, and that could be maybe a chance for some inspiration for Lee if he stays at an extra lap and gets a safety car. Might be nice for him, but we'll just make sure no one's jumping each other and messing about in here. I think was Rafa ahead of Onyx, or did he just jump him?
He was ahead.
And then you've got, obviously, after that, Lickle and Liam, as Jonathan sets the fastest lap of the race. Where is he going to be at? We can actually see how his progress has been. He is in this fight. He's trying to get by Onyx now.
Jonathan's fine for me, which is nice. Is Casper behind Toxic Tomato on your screen?
No. I think actually Toxic Tomato might have fixed himself for me now.
Yeah. Is he in 8th?
He's 9th, sorry.
Yeah, he's 9th. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right. I believe we're all sorted now. So let's just reset.
Casper.
Welcome. It is lap 9. I've got all 20 drivers working by the looks of it, and well, that is interesting. Casper stays out, which means Lee will get the first pit stop at McLaren. Surprised by that, but I'm sure Lee's not going to be too upset by it. Casper then, only guy still out there on the softs. Does he think he still has something to do out there maybe? Has he still got more pace hidden? Can he make an overcut work? We'll see first of all how the undercut is working. Jarno onto the mediums. Out he goes, running over his engineers and his pit crew as per. And Louis, where's he going to be then? He was right behind the championship leader before the pit stop phase started, and he took the undercut. So let's see Jarno exiting the pit lane now, and look at this will be side by side, and Louis takes the lead, net lead on track. You never know with safety cars, as I say, but it should be the leader of the race for Louis. Knowing his luck though, it probably will be a virtual or a full safety car now or ruin it, as Rafa is side by side and now ahead of Sparks and up into what would be a net P4? But he has got both Mercedes now all over him, because Onyx is just sitting there in the background. Sparks gets straight bypassed, and Onyx sits back, looks for a space, can't find it. Sparks back up ahead of the Alfa Romeo, and Jonathan on the back of that too. But let's see what Casper's doing.
It'll be interesting to see if Lewis and Jarno will just have a role reversal of what we saw in the first 9 laps, or if maybe one will pull away or one will go for the overtake. They're just about I think he's just about. He has sight of these guys. He's pulling it back a bit too. So this is ERS. He's the lowest on ERS, so you can see he's definitely in the most trouble trying to stick with these two. But yeah, he's in there in this fight.
Jarno could actually really have went for a move there if he stuck out to overtake, but like I say, it is probably more the long game. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits in this slipstream until lap 26, frankly. It's just the way this race sort of works. But Casper then, where's he going to come out? Ahead of Sparks, maybe? Oh yeah, definitely well ahead of Sparks. So, well, he's got fresher tyres by 1 lap to the 2 ahead, and by 2 laps to Louis. So that could be a small advance at the end of the race. We'll see. Next car up on the road, though, for this group is Toxic Tomato. 3 seconds. That should be caught up relatively quickly, I would have thought. So we'll see how Louis deals with that. We've still got 4 to pits, and they are the 4 ahead: Gil, Lion, Lakitu, and Toxic. And yeah, Lakitu, actually, speaking of him, he's right on the back of Lion. Will he fancy a move? Has he got ERS for a move? I mean, obviously they're still fighting for on-track position, but there'll be nothing happening there.
I'm watching on board Vincent and watching his ERS consumption. It really is just on the edge. It's on the cusp of what's allowed and what he can just get out without losing it entirely. And now he's pretty much in Lewis's DRS too, but I think he could probably save a bit more instead of just being so close to the limit.
Yeah, Because I mean it'll be effectively maybe a double DRS effect, because you'll get the DRS from the guy ahead, and you'll also slipstream off both of them in effect. So you probably could save a little bit more. Because I mean Jarno is looking super strong. He's now got nearly a full tank of the stuff, which is a very rare sight around this track, believe me. And he can pretty much go on the attack whenever he pleases.
Pretty well reversed with what we saw last time. Now has to make the overtake stick, and that won't be easy. Lewis will definitely have to defend his vision hard. Depends on when Jarno decides to make that move. Last time it was the last lap and went for a move on Sparks.
I'd be surprised really if Jarno, when he goes to move, it's probably going to be into Stowe, but it's just like you say, what lap will they actually go for the moves? And will Casper ever be able to get involved? Because say Louis' tires fall off on the last lap, then you'd imagine everyone else would be fine and Casper would suddenly look quite strong. So if he just stays in here, if they start fighting, as they aren't at the moment, they're just sort of slipstreaming each other right now, as you can see. No real fighting actually going on there. Louis might well have been happy enough to let that happen to save his own ERS now. But if they do start actually fighting later on, then Casper with those fresher tires could be in there.
Jarno now has Toxic Tomato ahead of him, and he's a car that needs to pit, so that was probably the perfect time to overtake Lewis.
Well, it depends when he catches him. If he catches him, he might catch him in a bad spot actually. He's not going to pass him now, is he?
I think he's got him in the perfect spot. I think he's got him in the perfect spot. You could get him now.
I don't know, it's a bit far.
Too far back, yeah.
And then unless he wants to pass into cops, it might be a risky one, but yeah, might just hold himself back a little bit.
Got that DRS though, which will help his ERS.
Yeah. He'll still save, but it might just put him under a little bit of unnecessary pressure. Say he closes up and Marcus and Beckett's a bit quicker than he was expecting because of the difference in tire grip. Because he might have to back off if he's not careful. And you can see the closing speed through cops.
Still has barely any ERS. It's weird. I feel like he doesn't need to be that low.
Yeah, look at this. Toxic is really struggling there through Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. And Jarno is very close to him now. He will pass him pretty quickly, but you know what? The person who might well gain more is Louis. Because look at the run that Louis managed to get as a result of that. So yeah, Jarno really could not have caught in a worse place, if I'm honest. As Blizzard now tries on the outside. He's got by as well. So that's 3 by in one fell swoop, and Casper, the one left out, and he's now gone super wide there at Vale, not helping him out at all either, and he will fall probably out of the DRS range now of that top 3.
Gill was last at one point of the race, and now he's second.
Oh yeah, he started last, didn't he?
But he's doing well. Yeah.
They'll probably pit those top 3, I'd imagine, and Toxic as well. They'll probably pit next sort of lap to sort of 3 laps, anywhere in that sort of range, I guess. Depends how much maybe they feel they can get out of the softs. Because I imagine if they go too early, they'll be worried about them going at the end, but we'll see. But yeah, Casper actually is just about still on the DRS. He's looking really bad on ERS, and yeah, Blizzard, that was a bit slippy-sidey through there.
His turning was messed up.
Oh, someone's gone off. Toxic Tomato's gone off, and he's going to come back on. No one, he's hit no one, but he has spun on wearing tyres. That seems to just be a spin all on his own, and yeah. He's now got a penalty as well. He'll be straight in the pits.
The thing we're seeing with Jarno, Louis, and Blizzard is the exact same thing we're seeing with Sparks, Rafa, and Onyx. The guy in the lead of the train has low ERS. The guy in second is absolutely laughing, and then the guy in third is using a bit more than you think they would be. And
yeah, but do you know, interestingly, Casper's actually doing much worse than Blizzard even on the ERS. They're both looking really poor, which is quite concerning. I know Blizzard, or Casper, sorry, had to maybe catch up a little bit more, but he's really got to start saving himself now, or else he will just fall off. But here comes Louis again on that DRS, of course, able to save that ERS quite well, but he's still actually got less than Jarno, interestingly. So,
Yeah, you're not a lot though.
yeah. Yarna's done a really good job with this. He's managing this race brilliantly at the moment. A pretty processional one, you might have noticed, but it is all building, because eventually they will start fighting because they have to. There's no way they're going to hold station the rest of the race. It's sort of a long game, because you pretty much want to be the leader, I guess, as little as possible. Best case scenario, pass it on the last lap, really, right? I would imagine.
Or best case scenario, you overtake maybe lap 25 and then just qualifying lap after that.
Yeah. Rafa, by the way, has just got by Sparks. And so it's, well, that's going to help Rafa out quite a lot there, because he's still managed to save plenty of ERS while he's been passed. He's still got a massive advantage.
Yeah. He has to put, see if he can try and get out of that.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Because this could be a rehearsal for what we might see later on, as you say, if the guys at the front start to pull away.
He's to try to do an ODEMs and get away from the fella with the DRS, you know?
Yes. Gill, by the way, only car now not to pit. We just saw Lion at that lap, Lakiti on the last lap, as well as Toxic Tomato.
Just call him Toxic Tomato.
Huh?
You just call him Toxic Tomato.
No. Anyway.
I just watched the decent car just bounce up the airs on Sparks went under him to overtake. Great game. Just terrific stuff, Codemasters.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, looks like Casper and Blizzard have now saved a bit more of the ERS. Blizzard now into the 40s and Casper in the 30s. So that's good for them.
Casper's... Where's Casper?
Oh yeah, you can't see him, can you?
Yeah.
He's just on the back of this. He's 4/10 back from Blizzard, so
wow, I didn't even notice.
just imagine he's there. I'll let you know when he's doing stuff anyway, trust me. I'll keep you up to date. Gill into the pits tonight, so that is the last man to change tyres, and yeah, we'll see where he comes out, because obviously he was the lead of the medium runners anyway. We'll see if he can come out in anywhere near a good position. He might get probably P12. I know it's a slow pit lane now, actually. Forbes might get him too, but we'll see. Yeah, Forbes will get him.
He's been in this train for too long to have such little ERS.
Yeah, he has been, hasn't he, really? Now Casper's actually got more ERS in him, so yeah, Blizzard's maybe not showing a masterclass.
Sparks just about kept him Rafa's ERS too, so been doing there. I think Rafa's going to struggle to pull away from him now. Or maybe not.
Right then, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on Gill as well right now, because he's got a bit of free air at the moment, but he's got to pass the 2 cars ahead, and that is, in fairness, he's going to have to make about 10 seconds before he gets onto any trains. But if he's got the pace on loose tyres, he might actually be there at the end, and that could be pretty fun if he can still keep any pace on loose tyres. So maybe look after him later on, especially if we get more penalties for anyone. We'll just have to see how quick those tyres are. They could be slow for all I know. But yeah, just something to think about.
Every time I watch the sector, it looks so favoured. I think that's his best sector by a long shot. It's an observation.
I'd agree with that, actually. It does look pretty close when he gets across the line. So, Louis now actually has more ERS than Jarno, but is obviously not using it too much, too early to use it. For pretty much everyone. Casper now has arrived on the scene. He's up into the 70s now on his ERS, and yeah, he is playing himself right into this. It's a shame you can't see him. Jonathan is in the gravel. He's got to spin early when he comes back on. Hopefully nobody runs into him. He's only got one car to run into, and he's missed him. Liam, and he's retired on track as well. That is really quite dangerous, because now his car is just parking it. Where's he going to park it? And no one's going to hit it, but yeah, it's a little dangerous that. Vasta Racer fastest lap on his softs. I'll keep an eye on Gill, see what sort of lap time he might be setting. Although he has used all the ZRS.
He still had 20 runners till Jonathan went out. Pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, no one's actually crashed out. So, like I say, you don't crash on this track anymore in this game. You were saying earlier it would have been last year you would have crashed out, but not this year. It's too easy to not crash, as it turns out. Louis now on 100%. Blizzard only on 50%. And Casper on 90%. Honestly, by the looks of this, Casper really has a properly good chance of getting Blizzard. Yeah. Maybe early, because he's going to obviously, you'd argue, have to get on the move earliest out of these three. Because he's obviously going to be eyeing up Yarno, isn't he? Of course he will be. And he knows Blizzard, well, hopefully he knows that Blizzard's struggling. Because it looks like he's struggling, because look at him, he's on hot lap for some reason on the way down to Cops. He turned it down before, but he shouldn't be.
And he's up the corner there. Weird.
Yeah,
he goes into a hot lap.
Yeah, what's he doing that for?
There, I was watching Rafa and Sparks, and they just leave it high.
I mean, I guess maybe his theory is, as long as it doesn't fall below 20%, he's fine. So maybe he doesn't feel the need to put it up to 100. But look at this, here comes Casper on the back. Maybe he's going to look on the inside, but there's no way getting by. But maybe Blizzard's theory is just, doesn't need to get all the way up to 100. He can only use 30 a lap, but there goes Casper on the inside, trying this, a little bit of contact. Blizzard now maybe starting to feel a bit under pressure and falling back from Louis. Will Louis possibly see this as an opportunity to have a go on Yarno? Now he's got no pressure from behind. First of all, let's just see if Casper...
That'd be the worst time to overtake Yarno with no pressure from behind.
Well, it means he can maybe have a look. He certainly seems to be setting it up. Yeah. He is setting it up. Here comes Louis. He's set it up quite well through the loop. And he's on to overtake. And he's looking straight on the inside. And he's going to take that lead back once again. So Louis leads in Silverstone. And yeah, Blizzard hasn't had a chance to catch back up. And so, a pretty easy move. And yeah, no real pressure. That was well executed. It's alright whether he can keep it now. But yeah, maybe Blizzard's theory is just have enough so he can complete a lap over 20%, because that's sort of when it'll start falling off. But now look at him, he's under 30%, or he's on to the 30%, so now what's he going to do?
And now he can't save it because he has Casper right behind him.
Yeah, and Casper should have passed him. And maybe it was lucky, Blizzard, that Casper didn't, but he might not be as lucky this time, because surely Blizzard is going to have less pace. Yeah. Yarno close.
Blizzard is so close.
Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him.
Yeah.
Is there any damage? I'd be surprised. Like.
Oh. Yarno got completely out of the gas there, and Blizzard caught up to him so much.
Yeah, Blizzard maybe again showing that he can brake nice and late. He's probably he can do it at the right point. It's the second time he's nearly, well, he hit Yarno this time, but he nearly hit Louis earlier, and that's both in the main overtaking spots on the track. So I mean, if he needs a dive bomb, he might well take it. I'd be surprised though. Gill is showing no pace on the softs, so he's not going to be a challenge at the end, so he's probably not even going to get points at the minute. It's not working out, that alternate strategy. Although fair enough, he's gone from 20th to 11th. Not necessarily a bad race by any stretch of the imagination at the moment.
As we said, only one retirement too.
Yeah, and he didn't even need to retire, he just gave up. So there's been no actual accidents, it's just he gave up. So really, for the most part, it's been, well, for the whole race really, apart from maybe lap 1, it was nice and clean for these guys, so good to see. Though we are now about to enter the last 5 laps, this is when it tends to get a bit dicey. Oh wow, look at that. Talk about making it easy for someone. Yarno is just flying by. And Blizzard, well, he's not close enough. He could have really taken advantage there, but again, Louis, knowing that there's no pressure from behind, was happy to let that happen. Sparks has been behind Rafa for a while, he's now got by. But will Rafa have a little look on him? No. Oh, we've had our car
Rover
crash. Safety car.
Safety car.
Well, we were saying how safe it was.
Okay.
Surely Liam's got to pit. Liam does pit. Oh, this could put him right into play. He was the first one on the pit lane entry, and look at Gil. He's had to cut across the grass to get in. And this race could be being flipped on its head. Everyone's got to get to pit. And it was for
Lewis.
Lion retiring. McQueen has
Lewis.
sped.
I think Lewis let Yano pass at the wrong time there. I think he
Well,
really
he can-
appreciated that not happening. Because now Yano has... There's not many DRS, is there? At all for the rest of this race, I don't think.
Probably, yeah, you're right, actually. That's a good point. Now, have they caught the safety car? They have caught the safety car, you know?
It's right there.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd catch it this quickly, so Liam's going to catch the back of this, so they can't pit. Unless they want to lose the race, these guys. They can't pit, or else they'll be passed by everyone here. So, man, this is a difficult situation for them now. Luckily for them, I reckon we'll probably get going on lap 24. We could, at the end of lap 23, but the start of lap 24. So you could get DRS on lap 26.
Possibly, yeah.
But either way, they can't pit now. If they pit, they've lost. Every last one of them. And this is going to make the end of this race very entertaining indeed. Now, I can see a couple of people saying that people were cutting the pit lane entry. I can't really blame them, can you? When you've got a late decision to pit, then of course you're going to. I don't see a problem with them having to cut across when it's a late decision.
I was saying, Lewis let Jan time. So did Rafa. He let Sparks through too. At the wrong time. Those guys got very unlucky. Now they have to deal with bigger DRS chances than they are already in.
So surely these guys are staying out. Yep, staying out. And so we will... Well, this does ask for carnage. We said it's been nice and clean so far, but now Liam in P10 is going to be the first guy on new tyres. Can he get 9 guys in 3 laps? Because that's what the goal is going to be for him, surely. He's got substantially better tyres. These will be 2 or 3 seconds a lap quicker. The issue is he's going to have to pass people. Let me just check his penalties, because that could be important as well. He's got no penalties. He's got to make sure he goes around with no warnings, because he's only got 1 warning left to use. And what I was saying, Gill's had a good race as well from last. He can end up going right up there too. But surely the safety car will be in at the end of this lap. I see absolutely no reason for it not to be going in at the end of this lap.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. That means they'll get DRS last lap, yeah.
People in the chat saying they won't be 2 to 3 seconds a lap quicker. I mean, they might be. I wouldn't be surprised if they are, frankly, because these are tyres that are starting to go off now. These mediums.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of pace left in them, but these are fresh, brand new sauce, which these guys are nearly on qualifying fuel for and qualifying ARS for. They'll be
That's the
flying.
thing. The mediums, even if like they're not getting slower, the tires themselves are getting slower. It's just that the fuel is counteracting it. So that's why it looks like the same lap times. They still have degraded, and the softs will be a lot quicker. So
The softs are going to be
Liam should-
qualifying laps. That's the point I'm making. So
yeah, Liam should at least get. I feel.
right then, so we're just waiting for the call. McQueen had left, by the way, because he sped under safety car and couldn't be bothered to come back. Because, yeah, he would have finished last anyway. I don't blame him for leaving. But safety car should go in this lap. I don't see any reason for it not to. Of course, Yarn is going to be hoping and praying it stays. And it looks like it could. Sometimes it can go right at the end of the straight, but we'll just wait. I think you might be staying at another lap. And that, well, that means we'll get no DRS. That's
Wow,
surprising.
that's surprising.
Really surprising. I don't agree with that. That should be going in. The whole field is bunched up.
All
So-
the hype just generated, all gone. That's so annoying.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, well, that's going to be very annoying for Liam. He would have been hoping and praying it would have been going in. But this, well, I guess for ERS terms, it means everyone's going to get to use it all. So we will see these guys absolutely massively fast for both laps possibly now, because it might not run out. If it was 3 laps, they would have had to save at some point. But
Jarno is counting his lucky stars there.
he is indeed, isn't he? But I mean, someone will go for a move in these 2 laps that will get, because they will be 2 laps. I swear to God, if they wait for Lamaquna, because he's not going to catch up. You're saying they're waiting for the field to be bunched up. It is bunched up. Lamaquna is not here anymore. He doesn't count. So the field is bunched up. There's absolutely no reason.
The game realizes that though.
Well, this is it. If the game doesn't realise that, we're not going racing. And that would be Lamaquna kicked from the league. I'm sorry, get out. Ruining everything. There's a spin. There's a spin for Toxic Tomato. He hits Lakitu. It's a safety car, guys. It's not that hard to not hit people.
You did Grosjean.
Rule 1: don't hit someone on the safety car, man.
Rule 1 is don't hit your teammate.
So stupid. I don't understand how they're still doing this so late into the game cycle. Right then, so we've had to wait this for a while now.
72 viewers. That's 74 viewers.
74 people, 73 of which know what's going on. Thomas Laurie in there still has no idea what's going on, so hopefully he'll understand in a minute. But this is what happens when you get people in school who don't think F1's a sport, watching your streams and still not thinking it's a sport, and still in a sense not having any idea what's going on. Surely the lights are going off. Even Lamaquna has caught up now. Lights are out. Safety car is going in at the end of this lap, and we're going to get 2 laps of racing here. And I can't. I'm not even going to try and predict this, because this could go any way.
Look at all that weaving. Look at all that weaving. Real user.
Right then, let's see when.
Jarno duped Lewis there. Completely duped him.
He did indeed. He's got a decent gap there as he gets underway again for the last 2 laps here at Silverstone. I mean, that restart could have won him the race, frankly. That was a fantastic restart as he gets away. And I guess all eyes are on Liam, aren't they? He's already looking at some moves, because Lee Finley's had a horrendous start, and his Lickleblock's making contact, and that's going to be in the grass for Liam as well. So not the perfect restart for him, but we've got 4 cars all going for it here. And Lickle. Gil, look at Gil. That is 3 cars in 1. Good stuff there. Up into P8. Is he clear? He's not quite clear. You've got to be careful. He didn't swipe across. Look at Forbes as well. Forbes is right on this as well. He's on the inside there of Lee Finlay, making a bit of contact. He's trying to thread the needle there and maybe try and get Gil as well. There's contact, Lee Finlay. And there goes a few more as well. And, well, it was inevitable there was going to be a bit of contact and all this, wasn't there? And unfortunately, Lee Finlay, from the heights of P2 last week, is going to not get any points today, by the looks of it. And Gil, then, highest runner on those softs. He's got to get a move on, and he knows it.
Lewis has pretty much caught up to Jarno a bit, not by much, but he's still there.
Lakitu's off.
Irony, I think Rafa must have gone for a move.
Lickle's reversing. It's not going well for him anymore. He's broke the front wing as well. Ferrari going to finish last again.
What? Yep. Man. Opportunism at its finest.
Right then, final lap of the race coming up. Louis on the back of Jarno. They're both going to give it everything. Absolutely, certainly, I can tell you that for free. Which one is going to come out on top? I mean, of course our money's going to be on Jarno, isn't it? But you never know if Louis will throw one up the inside anywhere. The crucial thing for Jarno is that there is no DRS.
So much trouble right now. We will be in so much trouble right now if there's DRS.
Yeah, and he knows it.
One extra lap.
Gil has already caught up to Onyx, by the way. A second quicker in the final sector. I wonder what that would mean over a whole lap. But Louis, the ERS might not be actually high enough for him to even have a go on the back straight. I think Jarno's got this unless he bottles it.
We're interested in Gil, I'm watching him.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Gil as well. Oh! It's a bit wide. Oh, Onyx has hit him there. He's got to be aware of where his rivals are, because he's certainly going to be going for that switchback, and he's got it. Here comes Gil. He's not quite got enough ERS left to get a run on the straight, but he certainly has it on the brakes, almost certainly. No, actually, he's going to maybe wait a little bit. He has to go for it. Look at that. He's all over the track. Onyx defending it quite well, but on the outside, Gil surely he's going to have a go and turn back to the inside. He's going to get through as Jarno, round the final corner, takes the victory from Louis, Blizzard, Casper, Sparks, Rafa. Gil's got a penalty, so he's going to fall out of the points. And it's going to be Nolan P7, Liam P8, Onyx P9, Force P10, Lakitu, Midnight, then Gil. Oh man, Gil. Lee 14, Faster Racer 15, Toxic 16, Lickle and Lamaquina. But Jarno, yeah, he got that up to second in the end, and well, it is 4th win of the season. I think he'll keep this one this time.
I think so, yeah. You got a penalty last corner.
I can't believe that. And Gil has rage quit. Well, he maybe rage quit. He left pretty quickly. He wasn't staying.
Around.
Right then, we've got 3 podium people to talk to. Invite them. Please. Thank you.
No.
Yes, you do as I tell you to do, man.
I refuse.
Come on.
Nope.
You'll get sacked. Oh, look how boring this is. Jarno started P1, finished P1. Louis P2, finished P2, and so on down to P6. Then it changes a bit. Nolan P7, Liam's lost one.
Onyx is the exact same place
Onyx
somehow.
the same. Yeah. Forbes in 10th. Then Lakitu, Midnight, Gil, Lee, Vaster Racer, Lickle. What a disappointment. Toxic and Lamaquina. And then Lion and Jonathan. Only 2 retirements in the end. Lion and Jonathan. But anyway. PODL people. We need to get them in. For goodness sake. Louis got too many accounts. Right, that's the people invited. Just gotta wait for them now. Well, we got Louis in the party. You were pretty quick there to get in. Shame you couldn't win, but you must be very annoyed that that safety car came out 1 at a bad time for you, and 2 went in at a bad time for you.
Yeah, it's quite annoying. I was going to pit and then saw like we already practically passed the pit lane, so they thought there was no point. And obviously the Delta had gone for the cars that did pit, so they could just catch up easily by the time we got round again, so no point.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't actually know why the safety car didn't go in at the end of lap 23, because everyone had caught up. The game was just being a bit mean. He wasn't in the lobby though, he'd left.
Still a car.
He wasn't there though. The car was a ghost, it was dead. But anyway, I believe now there's a small chance. Well, actually, there's quite a big chance that Jarno will take the title next week now. Well, how do you feel about that?
I mean, Jarno's Jarno. Technically the 4th quickest driver in the world. So as long as I give him a battle to the end, I'll be sort by me.
I actually feel he could have made it last a little bit longer than this, though, right?
I mean, Bahrain, Australia,
Yeah.
Austria.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Fair enough. But, yeah. You got anything to ask Odems, or are you just sleeping?
Lewis, why are you such a bitch? No, I'm joking. That's really. I think you're pretty unlucky with the safety car. Would have been a much more interesting. Safety car actually kind of ruined the race, in all fairness. Yeah. What you gonna do? You had a chance to continue the Williams streak around here, and you failed. Just so you know, that's my seat you're in. My race-winning seat.
You could have continued it if you weren't such a pussy.
Oh dear.
Pussy. I don't feel like racing anymore. Those days are behind me.
Did you get like 10th place?
I'm a 32-year-old man, Lewis. I don't have the time for this.
Sure.
Where's the other podium peoples then? They're not bothering to show up, which is a bit annoying. They never ever show up. Really a bit sad that. But we'll wait another minute. But like I say, I think that you move into second now, Louis. But the gap is 32, and so technically, if everything goes to plan for Jarno next week, he could theoretically win the title. It won't happen, but could happen.
Yeah, I'll give him a battle to the end, but I'll give him a battle to the rest of the season till Brazil. But it just depends when he wants to wrap it up.
Well,
I mean, if he wants to DNF a few more and DSC a couple, ask him.
well, he's got a DC pretty much all of them at this rate. Jarno, you're going to keep this win this time by the looks of it. I don't think you did anything wrong. How lucky though were you that safety car, one, came out at the right time for you, and two, didn't go in on lap 23 when it really should have?
I think, to be fair, I had a pace advantage anyway, so and was running quite low wings compared to Louis, so I think even if the safety car didn't come out, I would have quite easily won. I think so. So, yes.
As I was saying to Louis, you're 32 points clear, I believe, at the minute. So technically, if it all goes to plan for you in Germany next week, you could leave as the champion. So, did you think you'd be wrapping it up this early?
Way too early.
I mean, I was only unlucky once, really, but all the other races just was a bit lucky in Bahrain, of course, but all the other races were quite going to my plan. So, and Hockenheim is quite a good track for me as well. I hope.
Great news.
Yeah, I hope I can wrap it up next week. Definitely.
You got anything to ask, Odems?
Happy birthday, Jarno.
Thank you.
It needs to rain.
It needs to rain.
That's my only chance.
Yeah. I mean, I like rain as well.
Didn't show that in Canada.
I mean, yeah, I should have not put a wet setup on. So that was my mistake. But...
Right, well, we have got Blizzard in as well, luckily. The thing...
You need to hear from him, though.
Well, I was going to ask about the ARS, because it seemed like you were using it a lot differently to everyone else. You never had a full tank, really, so why? Because it confused us a little bit.
Because I made every couple of laps I would make a mistake which brought Catherine near me, so I'd have to use some to make sure he stayed behind me.
Fair enough.
Stop making mistakes then, fella.
No, I'm not practicing more.
Do you reckon you could have won the
That's a
race
lie.
then if you weren't making too many mistakes then, or even if you just stayed on the back of those at the end of the race without the safety car?
What?
I'm saying if there's no safety car, do you reckon you would have won the race?
No.
Oh, come on,
I think
say
I could have
yes.
got P2, but
You're gonna have a bit of fighting spirit. Anyway, anything to ask, Odems?
Listen, what's your opinion on the geopolitical state that led to the start of World War?
care for it.
Okay, thank you.
I think that's a good way to end the stream off. With that fantastic question. Join us next week then for what could theoretically, definitely won't be the title decider in Germany. I'll be there. Odin's will be there, hopefully. Also, watch me in F3 if you want. Although I'm out of the championship fight now because I'm behind and I'll never get a lead back, and I'm very depressed. But still, that's on Sunday at 8 if you want to watch it. But yeah, we'll be back Monday 8 PM next week. So yeah, see you then for the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. Safe travels, everyone.